Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show, partnered with Robert Miller Furniture here in Kokomo. My name is Drew Larison. This is MTM. Mr. Mayor, how are you?
Great.
Awesome.
Wonderful day, kind of gloomy and blah outside, but it's a national holiday. City offices are closed, although I've got my bat phone on me and had a wonderful opportunity to attend an amazing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Event down at Second Missionary Baptist Church this afternoon. So life is good.
Very cool. Good. Yeah, it is MLK Day, so a lot of schools are out today. Mm-hmm. On two walls over, you would find my kids in the office today because Kokomo schools are closed.
And your daughter greeted me so well.
As she does.
She's such a great ambassador for the Kokomo Post.
She is. You know, she embodies everything we want to be here. Do you want to tell us, how did she greet you?
Who are you again?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, folks. I
started it out going, hey, I know you. I saw you 2 weekends ago. All right. No, I said I saw you 2 weeks ago. And she goes, it was last week.
Yeah, she will correct you. If there's one thing that child loves,
as many women in my life do, they are constantly correcting me.
There you go.
So thank you. I'm glad that I can add your daughter to the list.
Yeah, she fits that well. So thanks for the people watching live. If you have any questions, we'll get to those for the Ask the Mayor segment, partner with Lexi's Drink Barn. I just realized we're mixing our Lexi cups. Oops. Show's canceled. We're no longer in business. No, it's fine. The Ask the Mayor segment, partnered with Lexi's Drink Barn. They're behind that monitor, if you want to know where they are. We'll get to that in a minute. So, Jacob, I see you in the chat. If you have a question for the mayor, make sure to leave it in the chat. We have some questions already in advance that you guys we'll get to in a minute. But, Mr. Mayor, how are you?
I'm doing great.
I would ask.
There went my marshmallow.
Some snow.
My marshmallow Coke from Lexi's.
What's been going on at City Hall? Anything fun? Real professional here. I will say, Joe, who is usually like our video streaming expert guy, he actually has the day off for a lame reason. It's his birthday. Yep. So happy birthday, Joe. Shout out.
Happy birthday,
if
Joe.
You're watching this debacle that has been the show so far, that means we appreciate you and all the things you do for us here. So we hope you're having a great birthday, but you better be back at work tomorrow. So, okay. What's been going on at City Hall?
Just the start of the year, plans being laid in action. I think we kind of mentioned it last week in getting with the Street Department Engineering to look at the projects we've got proposed and potential timelines and funding on those. Still, a lot of activity in the development department, that amazing development director that we have in Jenny Jordan. Keeping things connected, not only with the folks at Star Plus, which is the Stellantis, Samsung SDI joint venture partnership and those groups, but additional developers that are looking to be part of the excitement and land out there, as well as continue to move forward on the plans with the hotel and conference center. I mean, we touched on that as well. So 2023 is going to be a busy, fun, and transformative year.
Love to see it. So we did talk about the hotel and conference center a little bit last week. I know the Tribune came out with some articles talking about that. So we kind of recapped on language that everybody I think would understand what all is happening with it. Sounds like the developer is interested again.
Committed.
Apparently he said he never lost interest. It was just a timing thing, whether it was, material cost as well as like the interest rate for financing and everything like that. So it sounds like that it's moving.
But even back in the day when he first was brought to the table and was courted for the project and was interested in the project, he had two others in the pipeline, and so I think at that point wanted to make sure he wasn't too overcommitted, and so that's why he kind of pulled back on the brakes on that, which we're
makes sense.
Seeing that across the board now with housing. Had a residential development firm announce about 300 units on the north end of town, just out at Dixon and Judson, and they kind of pulled back on the reins as well due to, as you mentioned, supplies, interest rates, just the market and such. And so, it happens, but no, he's back at the table, more committed, more interested, and we're getting things approved and processed so that hopefully I can get Aaron a box of dirt by summertime.
Yes.
Ooh, by summer. That's the new estimation.
Summer dirt.
Summer dirt.
The best kind of dirt.
You know
if you
what?
ask me.
Yeah.
Man, we need an Instagram. I look like a ghost on these cameras right now. And I'm usually not that person, but I look so white. I'm shocked you can't see my veins and my blood and organs through my skin.
There's not been a lot of sunlight, so...
Yeah, can you do anything about that? Well, there was some sun
I thought maybe that's what this is for.
No, I don't even know what that's for.
It's gold.
It's pure gold.
Give kind of a
really high quality. Anyway, so before let's move on, I do have to talk about Robert Miller and Son a little bit more because they are the partner for the Mayor Tyler Moore Show here. Ringing the new year with new savings from Robert Miller and Son Furniture and Mattress in Kokomo. If you thought we couldn't top our end of the year sale, then hold on to your seats. We are offering up to 80% off clearance items, including lamps, area lugs, lamps, area lugs, lazy boy recliners and sofas, and queen mattresses. That's right, all the way up to 80% off. Robert Miller and Son is Kokomo's #1 choice for making your house a home, and we would love that opportunity to do that for you and your family this year with up to 80% off items right now. Come see us today in the Kokomo Town Center. Beautiful little town center that is, the Kokomo Town Center, right?
You bet.
Sure is.
Love that. All right, so we're starting to get some questions down in the chat.
Hey, cool.
Lori, thanks for being here and being a loyal fan of the show. Actually, I do notice you watch often. Yeah. I love to see that. I see that you are telling people online to come watch the show, so I appreciate that too, because this is a cool opportunity that we have here, right? And everybody has full access to the mayor once a week here on the Kokomo Post, so it's a cool thing to see.
Yep, I appreciate it.
Yeah, anything else going on in City Hall? I know today is obviously a down day, which I was shocked I was able to get you in here. It's your day off.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad.
Okay. No, I appreciate you working around it. I mean, there's a lot of times when I've had to politely ask you and your loyal viewers to back up a day or do a different time. So no, it's my pleasure.
Busy guy.
One message that I got over, and I don't know if it ends up being a question.
Sure.
I know there's been questions before, but why so many vacant office buildings, vacant storefronts, and such, and what's the city doing about it? I mean, obviously we don't own all of those, but continue to work through our development department and the Alliance to try and entice folks and investors into moving into those and bringing more either retail, commercial, restaurants, and such professional offices. But I mean, a lot of times the property owners themselves, either due to the price tag that they have on the facility or even the expensive lease that they are requiring that just doesn't come into play, or the specifics of the facility or the amount of money needed to rehab a particular facility just doesn't come into play. So it's not due to a lack of effort. We try on a weekly, almost even daily basis to market those along with the Alliance. So working on it.
Love it. Yeah, and that is a common, that's something I like about the show too. We clear up, like, what is the city in charge of? What does the city have power over? And that does get brought up a lot. People wondering, like, why don't we have new businesses come in? Sometimes they're very specific businesses, maybe one that's in the chicken industry. We get asked those questions of, like, why the city doesn't bring those in. And yeah, the city doesn't start businesses. And that's a good clarification for people. They can help support.
We have programs, low interest rate loans, development agreements and such. And so we work with developers to try and entice them to do certain deals or to, again, invest. But
I wonder, is that sort of the never-ending battle of constantly educating people about what it is that the city does and what it doesn't do?
Yeah, which is why opportunities like this are so crucial, because you get different demographics, that reach a different group of folks, and and then word of mouth, because then those that throw bombs on social media, these that are a little more educated on what actually goes on, help us out by saying, hey, it's not quite this, there's that, did you think of that,
Well, that's the tough thing, because I think we don't, we've all got a laundry list of, it'd be so cool if we had XYZ, I mean, it'd be awesome if we had I don't know, skydiving
Which
school.
My answer to that always is, go build it.
Go build it.
Yeah.
Go start it.
Yeah.
You know, and like the city
love to help.
doesn't start all those things. I know like the city's gotten a lot of flack about this whole hotel and conference center. And for some reason, people see the dollar, the price tag on it, and they think the city is paying this money or like it's a city investment.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong. The city doesn't have an interest in investing in a DoubleTree in personally. Now there might be incentives for that developer, but like the city isn't starting a hotel.
Right. Yeah, and we're partnering with that because we saw the need for a conference center, and so being a joint project, the Greater Kokomo Economic Development Alliance will own the conference center and manage that with the hotel owner, and so yes, does the city provide tax incentives just like they would the battery plant, the potential Chick-fil-A, others that that come in and want to develop. There's those tools that the city then comes into play. Yes, do we commit certain dollars toward that as well, like we have with ARP or with the READY funds that had come from the state? So with available buckets of money, because a lot of that can even be in the line of infrastructure that then we use tax increment funding monies from that are designated throughout the community. So we have tools, usually not the sole developer or investor in a particular project such as that, but more of the amenities, parks and such, are our dollar.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's probably like one of those that, like anything else. Oh, how hard could it be, right?
Yeah.
Like from the outside in, like how hard could it be? You've got ample tax dollars and all this funding. So how hard could it be to have
Yeah, I'm sure you can put up a garage type shelter and throw down some cement and make some pickleball courts. Isn't that just easy?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That's an afternoon. You just get it done.
Also, like extremely Hoosier, that was cement. Cement. And
Instead of cement.
yeah. That's another. What do you say?
She just throws those little digs in every now and then.
I love it. Like it's one of my. Those are some of my favorite like Hoosierisms.
Could build something down by the creek.
Yes, I think it's adorable. I just
the crick's a little extra, because they are really completely different words. If you look at the word cement, it could be cement.
Mm-hmm. It could be.
How that C and E work. Now, if you look at the word creek, there's no I going on in there. So
You mean the creek down by Washington?
No.
Gosh. That gets me. Washington Street. Throw them in the washer.
I love it. Sometimes you say theater. I don't think you say it, and it's one of my favorite
I don't hear
things.
it. Theater. Movie theater. Yeah, I hear it. Anyway. Yeah, Hoosiers are weird sometimes.
I love it.
Shout out to Mark Jansen. Yeah, he's commenting. He said, you're missing a good Boiler game right now. Why is Purdue playing at 3:00 on a Monday?
Might be a Martin Luther King.
You know what else they're missing?
Memorial tournament.
That number one ranking they used to have too. So, go blue. All right, so let's get into the Ask the Mayor segment. Partner with Lexi's Drink Barn. We have our cups. We are prepared for it. We got some questions.
So you're saying put that in your Lexi's cup and drink it?
Darn right,
man.
Love that. Mark, if you have any questions outside of Purdue basketball, let us know. But we have some questions lined up. If you guys are watching, just leave them in the chat. Like I said, these can be questions about anything. This could be about policies of City Hall, city laws, fixing up certain roads. There's one question about what your favorite snack is to watch football because it's NFL playoff time. Yep. So any questions you might have for this guy, this is your time to get it in.
In my post this morning, I suggested maybe asking about your favorite burrito toppings. Don't know.
Oh,
world is your oyster, guys.
It is.
Yep. Our burrito, world is your burrito.
Our burrito, those would still be called toppings. That's interesting.
So maybe I don't know.
Maybe that's how you do it in New York. That's a weird thing, because they don't just go on the top of. They don't go on the top of the burrito.
Yeah, burrito fillings.
You know what I mean? Isn't that weird that they would maybe? How's it feel?
Toppings.
How's it feel, huh? All right.
Toppings.
What toppings you want on your burrito?
With your coffee and your sandwiches.
I do not sound
Talk
like that.
amongst yourself while I eat this burrito.
But I do say talk and coffee.
It's the hard A's. Yep. All right, so let's get into it. The first question is from my good friend Carl.
Hey, Carl.
My guy Carl Wilt. Good to see you're still watching the show after I apparently, offended you greatly a few years back.
Guess who won't let that go?
Myself.
You.
Yeah. Carl probably has. All right. So Carl's
Carl
question
remembers
is, are we getting anything the old Long John Silver building? Great question, Carl. I've heard rumors.
There is nothing going in the old Long John Silver's building. That Long John Silver's / A&W root beer is being razed, which means demolished. It's being demolished for new development there on the corner.
It's being raised. Ironically enough, that means
it's just
lowered to the ground, demolished.
Yeah. Did you know that the word cleave can mean bring together or pull apart?
English is weird.
I know, right?
So why is it being destroyed?
There's proposed development on that corner, as well as just north of that. A retail restaurant, I believe, is interested in the corner, but then a 2 or 3 unit commercial structure is being constructed to the north of that as well. So it's to make way for development on that corner.
Kind of like what they did in front of Walmart. Just right, like
yes.
a block down, kind of tear down the old, build up the new. Any idea what restaurant might be being talked about going in there?
What restaurant would that be?
There is an idea, but due to non-disclosure agreements, I'm not at liberty to say what may be coming.
Well, I'm going to start raising hell until I find out the answer.
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you. Moving on to the next question.
Does that mean taking hell down if you're raising hell?
That's a good question.
Demolishing hell?
Hell's as low as it can get, I think, right?
Keep hell out of Kokomo.
You could
raise it.
Put that on a t-shirt. Next question is from Bob on Facebook. At Sycamore and Magnolia or close to that, the new blacktop was recently opened up and is poorly patched. Here we finally have a nice smooth service with manholes finally installed properly, and they go and mess it up. Why does this seem to always happen, and why do they always seem to repair horribly? This is something that always has annoyed me. Can you explain and see that it is fixed? Bob on Facebook.
Yes. So timing is everything. So nobody knows when a water line is going to break, and that's what happened there at Magnolia and Sycamore. There was a water main break underneath the road. So Indian American Water dug to address that, and as we've talked about,
that was during the really cold week, right? Yes.
Right. Yeah. So just like what we unfortunately had to experience when NIPSCO was repairing gas lines and such, and what we talk about with roads, what they were able to put in just to temporarily correct it now because of the weather, because the asphalt plant isn't open, and the unavailability of cement for sidewalks and such. I mean, it's a timing thing. So right now they did the temporary fix because of the weather and the time of year. And so once the weather breaks, yes, the city engineering department as well as street will coordinate and work with Indian American Water to make sure Indian American Water comes in and restores that to a better state. It's just, again, a timing thing. They put stuff down so we're not driving around construction barrels and cones for 2 or 3 months.
Gotcha. And I'm guessing Bob lives around that area, and it's just been a pain. Yeah, that was around Christmas when we were like, the high was -10 one day, or something crazy like that. And I remember that because we live over in that area as well. And I was driving to CVS or Walgreens one night, and I think that's when it bust. And man, what a job.
So we do our best to work with the utility companies, because a lot of people assume that, okay, there's some work being done on a street or a sidewalk or something, it's got to be the city. Why does the city do this? And and why aren't they addressing it? It's timing. I mean, it's timing and materials. So,
gotcha.
And it's not always the city. There are 3 other utilities involved.
Yeah.
So,
and the city, going back to what we kind of were talking about earlier, the city doesn't own the local utility, companies. They're you can't blame the city, for something like that. So I think that camera died. All right, there we go.
Sure did.
Next question. Let's get into Robert on Facebook. This was the fun one because I could talk about this a lot. His favorite go-to Sunday football snack. Did you watch any of the playoffs? Again?
I did not watch
some good games.
I mean, bits and pieces, but no, didn't watch a whole lot of it. Favorite football snack. During the winter months, I like to make a party mix or a Chex Mix concoction. That's usually my favorite go-to. But I love peanut butter stuffed pretzels too. And popcorn's the main thing.
Just those ones with like the crunchy salt on the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, those are hard to beat.
Yeah.
Those are hard to beat.
Those are hard to stop eating.
Yeah.
Those are like, we had
It's
to
the
stop.
salt, man. It's the salt.
We had to stop getting them here because one specific individual could not help her.
Pam.
No, I meant me.
Oh.
Pam had way more self-control than I did.
Well, Pam, she would literally, and I did this as a kid. I don't know if I've ever told this story. So olives with like the pimento on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
I used to only like the pimento. Really? So my dad and I had this weird thing. Literally, I would eat the pimento out and then I'd give him the olive. It was like this thing because he liked the olive part. I liked the pimento part.
Like a bonding thing. That's cool.
Pam, well, it's kind of gross though. Now that I'm like, I don't want to do that with my kid. Like
No.
he hasn't. No, I'm not interested. But Pam, she would eat that crunchy salt on the outside of those peanut butter, like stuffed pretzels. Just the salt. She's a salt freak. She loves salty things.
So
she would eat the salt first, out like literally squirrel. Like eat the little crunchy salt pieces, and then would eat the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So she wouldn't like give
somebody else the
give
pretzel.
Aaron the pretzel.
So it's not an exact.
Okay.
She is currently on the chat and verifies that is true.
It's true. See, yeah, Pam's watching. Shut up, Pam. Yeah, she loved the salt, and like I will say, like that crunchy, flaky finishing salt, I think is probably what it's called or something like that. So stinking good.
It is good.
So good.
Yep.
And
Anyway.
I don't like pretzels. Actively, I think pretzels are probably like my least favorite snack ever. I
love
think they're
pretzel
gross.
bread.
Except,
What about soft baked pretzels?
I mean, no. So the only soft baked pretzels that I'm like head over heels about is Ben's the Mall.
Oh my gosh.
Ben's soft
the Mall.
pretzels. Have a pretzel day. I will have a pretzel day.
I wish we could make every day like
Mark
pretzel
her
day.
word.
I would like to make
Pretzel
every
day.
day a pretzel day. 'Cause, gosh,
I love that.
they're delicious.
All right. My favorite football snack? I don't know. I'm usually, if it's Michigan and I'm watching that, I'm so focused. I don't eat anything because if I eat, I'll puke it up because I'm usually really nervous. My probably biggest cliche, I love wings.
Sure.
I love a good wing, but also I'm the guy, like, I don't want to eat the wings on the couch while I'm watching. So I'll like go back and forth to the kitchen, like in between
So
commercial
do you
breaks.
come back out with it?
No, I don't want to touch
all over
anything
back.
on the couch. I'm always scared I'm going to get it everywhere.
Yeah.
No,
Love
Drew is
wings,
a
though.
we eat in the kitchen only kind of a dude.
That's why it's there. Or the dining area.
It is very rare that we have food in the living room.
So like the rare moments where I have to like go, travel for work or I'm not home for dinner. Like it's a big thing in my house.
It's a free for all.
Aaron and the kids always throw what they call these like living room picnics.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they know they only can do it if I'm not there because I ain't doing it. But then I end up always being right. Like somebody dumps something on a couch or like the dog eats half a pizza. Like, what I mean? They're always debacles.
You guys own TV trays?
No.
No?
We should.
Those products should be banned. There should never be a moment you need it. All right. So next question is from Lori on Facebook. Hey, Mayor, can we get the
Mayor.
Beach Boys and the Low Cash for the Haynes Apperson Festival? Dear me, that would be a show.
Probably not for the Haynes Apperson, because I
Beach
know
Boys
they
still like a
get
big
lines
deal?
laid
Do
up.
they travel
but,
still?
Yeah. But Low Cash and Beach Boys, never say never.
Can you imagine? What an iconic show. The Beach Boys play Kokomo in Kokomo.
Oh my goodness.
It'd be fun to have that one in the
Can
stadium.
you imagine? Oh, wow. You've got to make that happen.
Be fun to have
I don't think
that.
you'd ever lose an election.
Well, Preston came home for the Christmas parade. Preston Brust went
Yeah.
to Low
Yep.
Cash, and he was excited to be home and said he may be in and around the area this summer. So
See,
we'll see.
Beach Boys are smart. So I'm on their site now. The only place they tour is like Florida, California. Like they're like, nah, I ain't going to cold places. Like I'm not risking anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like Kokomo would be a great spot for them.
That'd be iconic.
And which I'm surprised that since the song they've not. The closest they've got, I think that I can think it was either Fort Wayne or Indianapolis.
Yeah. Do you think they'd open with it or close with it?
Oh, they close with it.
Gotta close with
Gotta
it.
close with it.
Yeah.
Like encore close or? You imagine they do a
I
whole
would-
show and they come out and do the encore. Like they tease them. They tease us all night.
Yep.
Or if halfway
so
through they
funny.
come out and bring what was it? Who did Wipeout with them? The Fat Boys.
Yeah. What a
Beach
show.
Boys and the Fat Boys. Just
Man, whoever
wiping
could ever get that scheduled, like keys to the city for the rest of
Okay.
life.
Yep.
That'd be amazing.
Never say never.
Well, it's
Who
actually
does all the scheduling? Is that
Paul for Haynes Apperson. Paul does a lot of that, right?
Yeah, the Haynes
Paul
Apperson
Wyman.
Committee does that, and then T.A. Weber.
Weber, that's what I thought.
with Weber Speakers has been our
that's right,
local.
TA? We got to make it happen, bro.
That'd be so great.
Never say never.
If there is any guy in Kokomo that can make that happen, it is T.A. Weber. He's got all the
story.
connections in the world, in the music world. If there's a guy that can make it happen, it would be T.A.
Okay, so what I want for 2024 is a box of dirt, a couple of boxes.
2024.
Just for 24?
I don't know, just like I'm giving you time.
Okay.
You want more dirt next year?
Bring me all the dirt.
Up your standards. Oh, just like
And then
all the dirt.
Beach Boys singing Kokomo in Kokomo.
Okay.
Love that. That'd be so
All right.
cool. Let's play a game too. Which while we're playing this, if anybody else has any more questions, leave them in the chat. But your perfect dream world, but realistic, like summer concert series, summer concert at Foster Park. Who would you pick? Like your dream, but also, like I said, make it realistic. Like U2's not
Yeah.
coming, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm a product of the 80s.
Also in the chat, if you have these, I'm interested in what people's picks
yeah.
would be.
I mean, I know a few years back, TA brought Mini Kiss, but I'd love to have Kiss.
Actual
Kiss. I mean, I went to Ruoff or whatever there. I mean,
Yeah.
the old Deer Creek, and saw Aerosmith and Kiss, and that was a great show.
Love that.
But
Lori says Brett Michaels, which hasn't he been here?
he's been here, yeah.
he's,
couple times,
that was a
right?
big
He's a
deal.
crowd favorite. Yeah,
People love him.
He's really good.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
Aaron, what about you?
I don't know.
It's tough because like it's easy to find one if we didn't have to be realistic.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
Yeah, I'm like, who's playing the free stages at like that sounds terrible. Like, but I feel like
At the state
'cause there's-
fair and
Yeah, like
stuff,
because
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
obviously money that has to change hands.
yeah, it does
And
do a good job bringing.
I know.
in.
yeah. Lori also says she has friends that are in a Journey in Boston tribute band.
Ooh.
Lori, I can tell what kind of music you like with these comments. Lori's
I feel
actually
like-
a big
I feel
music
like-
fan in general. I feel like every time she's on here commenting, it's something about music.
I just feel
Perfect.
like Pat Benatar is like she's a classic free stage person.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Go to that.
Anyway.
Joan Jett still makes the circuit.
Yeah. There's a lot out there.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be, yeah. So anyway, if you're watching this, leave it in the chat what your dream, like Kokomo
Yeah,
summer
that'd be
concert
cool.
series would be. Anyway, those were
Wait,
the
what's
questions.
yours, Drew?
Oh, I don't
You
know.
didn't
I
answer.
can't decide. I want to say like Dave Matthews, maybe, but not the band. But I think getting him by himself is
Yeah,
maybe
that would
more
be cool.
realistic. Maybe him and Tim Reynolds type of thing.
I feel like that's less realistic.
He's getting old, Aaron. He's getting older. I think that'd be really fun. Anyway, so thanks for those questions today for
Yes,
the Ask the
thanks
Mayor
all.
segment, partnered with Lexi's Drink Barn. Go check out Lexi's. They got 2 locations in Kokomo. The best place to get a fountain drink in Kokomo. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them. If you're watching this later, leave them in the chat. We'll get to them next week. Mr. Mayor, do you have a dad joke for us?
Oh, dad joke. The next, obviously today, Martin Luther King holiday. The next holiday, I believe, outside of Groundhog Day is Valentine's Day. That obviously everybody's gearing up to, and we always say that holidays kind of cross, and they love celebrating each. But skeletons really don't care for Valentine's Day.
I didn't know that. Well,
No.
is it
Do they
just
have because they have nobody?
Oh, that's a good one too. No,
it's
their
not.
heart,
Is
that-
their heart's not in it. But I like the body one.
Look at that.
See, twofold.
she's getting too good.
She is good.
Also, you
Learn
imagine
from the
like if you would
master.
have ruined his joke. You like what did that mean? And he's like,
Yeah, that's it.
that's the punchline.
But see, that's part of that. That could be part of the fun. To be like, yeah,
You just stepped on his line. Isn't that what they say?
You know what? We did dad joke of the year of the day calendar all year last year, and part of the fun was everybody.
You're well
guessing.
versed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching this episode on the Mayor Tyler Moore Show, partnered with Robert Miller and Son Furniture here in Kokomo. Like I said, leave those comments for next week. Those questions you might have for the Ask the Mayor segment, leave them in the chat. We'll get them next week. Thanks for watching Kokomo. We'll see you soon.
see you, Kokomo.